Nate the Great saved the King of Sweden. I, Nate the Great, am a detective. My dog Slurge helps me. I solve easy case and hard case. Sometimes I solve strange case, explains for Rosamund, but this summer Rosamund was in Scandinavia. There would not be any strange case to solve. That is what I need the great thought until I look in my mailbox. I found a big picture postcard from Rosamund. The picture was a place so far, so good. There was a message from Rosamund. Dear Nate, I was in Norway. Now I am in Sweden. I was in this place today. I did not see the king. I did not see a detective. I lost something on my trip. I don't know where. I need your help. If you don't help me, I will have to ask the King of Sweden to take the case. Rosamund. P.S. What I lost is very tiny and work only at night. It live in dark place. It looks smell like you and thinks hard like you, but it has a very long nose, so it probably thinks draw its nose instead of its head, but I'm not sure about that. Rosamund was even stranger in Scandinavia than she was at home. I Nate the Great could not talk a case. That was thousands and thousands and thousands of miles away. I drew Rosamund cards in the west box. The next day, I got other cards. Here are the rules. If you don't take the case, call Sweden. Ask for Rosamund. If you take the case, you don't have to call Rosamund. P.S. If you don't take the case, I will hold that king. I will call him up. I will send him cards. I will knock on his place door. I will get him. I stared at Rosamund's cards. There was a nice stamp on it. There was a man picture on the stamp. He looked like a king. He did not look like anyone who wouldn't want to be hurt by Rosamund. I began to think, this couldn't be my bigger case yet. It was in Caesar. Rosamund has lost something in a far country. Maybe in a place. Maybe I couldn't even save the King of Sweden from Rosamund. I wrote a note to my mother. This case was a big blank. Rosamund had not sent her address. I did not know what she lost or when she lost it, or when country she lost it in. How couldn't I even begin? I decided to start at Annie's house. Annie and Rosamund are good friends. Slurge and I went to Annie's house. Annie was out front with her dog Fang. I am on a case, I said. Rosamund lost something somewhere in Scandinavia. What do you know about her trip? I help her pack, Annie says. What did she pack? I asked. Was it anything that looked smart and had a long nose? Fang looked up. He thought I was talking about him. Annie says Rosamund took clothes, shoes, boots for hiking in the mountain, toothbrush and paste, a hairbrush, and toys for her cats. Rosamund took her cats to Scandinavia? Yes, she says that the fish tastes better over there. What she lost does not sound like anything that she packed. She packed in a strange way, Annie says. She has a special place for everything. She put her left boot on the left side of her suitcase and her right boot on the right side. She put her cat's toy mice in her shoes. Why? She says her shoes couldn't be like mice holes for the mice. Their home. Want to hear more? Not if I can help it, I said. Tell me, has Rosamond read to you? Well, last week I got the photo from Norway. Annie pulled a picture from her pocket. I looked at it. I saw Rosamond and her 4 cats. They were standing in front of a store. It looked like a gift shop. There were t-shirts and mugs and little figures in the store window. Rosamond and her cat were all wearing t-shirts. Put on every shirt was Norway, Sergei, Rosamond. I turned the picture over. On the back, Rosamond had written, "This means Norway loves Rosamond," Annie says. Rosamond told me that she was going to buy t-shirts and have something printed on them. I said. Simon Rosamond didn't lost something she packed. She must have lost something she brought. Do you have her address? No, she keeps moving around. May I borrow this picture? Sure, Annie says. Can you find out why Norway loves Rosamond? Neither wouldn't need a mile years to find one clue. Sludge and I went home. I got my magnifying glass. I looked at the photo. Annie's got from Rosamond. I looked at the little figure in the store window. They were trolls. They had very long nose and hair like a mop. Rosamond had reason that what she loved looked smart like me and had a very long nose. I was getting a clue that I did not like. Rosamond had lost a troll. Neither did not look, thinking, or act like a troll. As if I did not know what trolls thought or acted like, but I was pretty sure that they were not detectives. They did not eat pancake or have a dog named Sludge. I need more clues. We must go to the library, I said to Sludge. Sludge had to wait outside. I looked up trolls. There was a lot to read. Most of it was Franker. I read that trolls live in the mountain and caves and underbrush in Norway, in dark place, just like Rosamond had right. They love to eat all kind of berry. They have dark hair and they never cut it. I left the library. Sludge and I walked home. I had been right about on things. Trolls do not eat pancakes, but I made the great do. At home, I made pancake. I gave Sludge a bone. He ate part of it. Then he took the rest in his mouth and went to the door. I let him out. He walked around the yard. I know what he was doing. He was looking for a special place to borrow the rest of his bone. I ate my pancake and thought about the case. I knew that Rosamond has lost a tiny troll. Did she lost it in the place? I need to no more. I got slurred. Come, I said. We must go to Esmeralda's house. Esmeralda always knows things. Esmeralda was in her yard reading a book. Esmeralda, I said, I am on a case. Do you know why someone who takes a troll to a place? Esmeralda didn't blink an eye. She said, is the someone Benjamin? Yes, I said. I am looking for clues about her trip. Well, I know she was going hiking in Norway and then shopping for presents. Then she was going to Sweden. She wants to see a place there in that order? Yes, she was saving the place for the last part of her trip. Anything else? Along the way, she was going to go to Smallboard with her cat. Have you heard from her? Yes, she sent me her picture. Take in the place. She's holding something with long dark hair. Aha! Trolls have long dark hair. Here's the picture. Esmeralda says, I'm using it for a bookmark. I look at the picture. There was Benjamin in the place, and she was holding something with long dark hair. Lots of long dark hair. My case was solved. Benjamin has lost the troll in the place. She has written to me after she has been in the place. She had the troll there, and then she didn't have it anymore. Now all she had to do was get that troll back. I need the ring know that when Benjamin comes home, I wouldn't have to tell her that she had lost the troll in the place. I know that she wouldn't write a card to the king of Sweden and ask him to look for the trolls and send it back. I knew that Benjamin wouldn't write a very strange card. I need the great feel sorry for the king of Sweden, but a case is a case. I have solved my case, I said to Esmeralda. I never thought that I wouldn't solve a case in a place. I looked at the picture one more time. There was something about it. Something in it. Something tiny, greener and green, like a cat's eyes. I looked closer. It was a cat's eyes. Benjamin was not holding the trolls. She was holding on one of her cats. I give the picture back to Esmeralda. My case is not solved, I said. Sludge and I went home. Sludge went out to look for a burst bone. I watched him look. He could not find it. He had not been much help, but this case, it was time for more pancakes and more thinking. What had I learned? What there are clues that I had missing? I had learning from Annie's how Benjamin picked her suitcases. I have also learned that Benjamin bought a present, and I had figured out that one was a troll and that was she was lost. But what if Benjamin didn't lost the troll? What if she put in some place and forgot? Where wouldn't Benjamin have put the present? In her suitcases to brought home, but Benjamin was moving around, packing and unpacking. So if she put the tools in the suitcases, wouldn't she have seen it? Now, what has Esmeralda told me? That Benjamin went hiking and shopping and to the place and to Smurford. What was important and what wasn't? I hear a scratch. Sludge, but was at the door with his bone. I laughed at it. I looked at him and his bone. Suddenly, I knew what was important and what wasn't. I said to Slush, "You were trying to help with the case. When you went looking for your bone in a secret place, you were trying to tell me something." Slush wiggles his tail. I said, "I need to Grace have just solved this case. Now all we have to do is wait for Regiment to come home." 2 weeks later, my doorbell rang. I opened the door. Regiment and her cat were there. She was carrying her suitcases. "I'm home," she shouted. "I come here first to tell you that I am still missing or that I lost. You are a terrible detective. I know. Have here the King of Satan. How could I let you know if I solved your case?" I asked. "I did not know where you were in Sweden. I'm famous in Scandinavia," Regiment says. "I'm easy to find. Open your suitcases," I said. "Why?" she asked. "You see," Regiment opened her suitcase. "See how neat it is," she says. "I put everything except where it belongs. You pack all the presents you bought." "I got t-shirts and a troll," Regiment says. "I picked the t-shirts, but I lost the troll. I thought I had packing it, but it's not in the suitcases." I bent down to the suitcases. I picked up Regiment hiking boots. I looking inside the right arm. Something was in it. I reached in and pulled the something out. It had the longest nose and more hair than anything I had ever seen. "My troll!" Regiment cried. "Now I remember where I put it." Yes, and it told me you had a plane for everything you pack. You bought these trolls and you give it a home. You know that trolls like a dark place, live in the dark place. So you put it in the bottom of your boot. "Right," Regiment says. "It was coarse and perfect." "And you forgot," I says. "You had already gone hiking, so you didn't use the boots again. Time went by, you wouldn't or smoke bird. You went to Sweden, you went to a place, then you remembered that you had seen your tool, so you thought you had lost it." I need to say the Regiment that say that sometimes things are put in place that are so special that nobody remembers where they are. Slush has buried a bone in a special place and couldn't find it. Regiment clutched the trolls. "Oh, you're so lucky to be such a great detective, because now you can have the present I got you." Regiment pushed the troll at me. "I am going everyone else. Norway loved Regiment t-shirts, but when I saw this troll in the window, I knew it was you." Regiment closed her suitcases and walked out with her fur cat. Slush sniffed the troll. "This troll still needs a good home," I said. I went down to my churning. Walked to its dark corner and sat the troll down. "Enjoy your life," I said. Then I went upstairs. This case couldn't have end better for me. Neither but not of the King of Sweden. He was an unlucky king. He wouldn't never get a card or a phone card or or a knock on the place door from Rosamond.